Hello, welcome back
Welcome
to
back.
Slumber Party, episode 6. No, it's 7. It's 7.
Seven.
Coming out on December 7th.
Oh,
And
we did that on purpose.
yeah, that was
we
totally
missed a couple weeks on
planned.
purpose.
Yeah, that was totally planned. So don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
And by the time this comes out, it'll be Abby's birthday the next day. So
Yeah.
everyone wish her a happy birthday.
It'll be my birthday eve, so that's crazy.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
24.
I'm a Sagittarius, for anyone who wanted to know. I'm a
Okay,
Sagittarius.
now you have to say your big three.
Okay, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Virgo Rising. So it's a crazy mix there.
And with mine, okay, mine's Capricorn Sun, Aries Moon, Sagittarius Rising. So if we combine ours, we're triple Sagittarius.
There's a lot of Sagittarius energy, except
fire.
Sorry, I have a hair in my mouth for anyone
That's
watching.
okay.
I'm like trying to get it out. But my Virgo energy is super strong, like very strong. I think over
You're kind of, I don't know, you're kind of fiery.
Yeah, no, the Sag is still there. I just feel like my Virgo tendencies really shine, like, a lot.
I see them all, and that makes sense, because it's your big three. Well,
yeah.
It's only a couple of them, but yeah, it is crazy, because I'm kind of the same way, where I have two fires and one earth.
Yeah,
two fire
Virgo's
signs
Earth,
and
right?
one earth, and yeah, you have one earth, two fires also.
Is
in
that
your
why
big
we get
three.
along? Someone tell me. And it's funny because
you get along if you have the same moon. That's like a thing.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Like I think it's just you understand maybe each other better, like emotionally, because that's like your emotional side.
I don't know if I know anyone with a Sagittarius moon that I know of.
I don't know, like off the top of my head. Like I've met, like a girl I worked with had an Aries moon, and I was like, I get you.
Yeah.
But I've heard that that's a thing. So
yeah.
But yeah, so everyone wish Abby happy birthday.
Yeah. I'm turning.
She's like so close to middle age. No,
I'm turning.
You
24.
are middle aged.
Yeah.
I mean, mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
You're actually middle aged.
Eye twitches.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're in your mid-20s. Ugh, old.
Yeah. No, it actually was kind of terrifying when you first brought that up, because I didn't even think about that. Like, oh, like early to mid, and then I was like, wait, yeah, this is mid-20s. Like, you wouldn't say early 20s anymore.
No.
Oh, okay. So, sorry. Yeah, I was also thinking about this, how time is weird, because I was doing my clothing audit, which is a brand new thing for everyone who can be in the know.
Mm-hmm.
I am tracking, like, I literally logged, like, every piece of clothing in my closet, and, like, I'm keeping track of everything now. And part of one of the categories was, like, how long have you owned it? And it's, like, estimated. And I was, like, trying to remember certain things, like, because it's, like, oh, more than a year, more than 3 years, more than 5 years, or whatever. And I was, like, 5 years, like, seems such a long time. Like, I'm, like, oh, I don't have anything from 5 years ago. And then I was, like, oh, my God, that was when I was, like, 19.
Yeah, and that's, like...
And that doesn't feel as far as 5 years. Like, that feels
maybe
closer.
Maybe it's just, like, having, like,
5.
An item? Maybe just having an item for that long, but... I don't know.
No, I was like, that feels like, I don't feel like I'm that, like, 5 years from 19 sounds so much longer than it feels.
Yeah.
Than, like, but I am so far away from that place, which is weird. So weird.
I know.
And I was like, just time is super weird.
Yeah.
And
it is.
It's also sad how when you get older, like, birthdays become, like, not as fun. Like, getting older. Like, turning. Like, when does it turn? I feel like it's already turned for me. Like, every year I'm more scared.
Because you're getting older?
Yeah, because you're getting older.
Remember what you said to Mom?
Yeah.
Say it now. Say it in the mirror.
Aging is a privilege.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
See it
is.
in the mirror.
You get to live. You get to
That's
live
so
your
funny.
life.
Has
Some
she brought
people,
that up again or something? Because you
no,
like
I've
remembered
been
it?
thinking about it.
Aw.
Because I'm just like, some people
Yeah.
die when they're 24.
Yeah.
But you get to live past 23.
Yeah.
We
We're
don't
not
know
there yet.
yet.
We
We don't
still
know
have like
yet.
6 more days or
But
a week.
it's like it should be
Yeah.
a good thing, not a bad thing.
Very true. That goes all to just
To
like
lots of things.
to so many things where
I
that
agree.
should apply. And I think
I could talk about that forever, about things that people think are bad but like aren't.
yeah, it's just like what we're like conditioned to believe.
Like,
and I just think
the only other example. No, you go.
right now, like in the just like being in your 20s, early to late is so like much pressure is like
Oh my
the
God, what is
pressure
it?
years.
What did Suki Waterhouse? She's like, it's the trenches.
Yeah,
It's the
literally, like being in your
trenches.
20s. Like, I feel like, especially like when a birthday comes around, there's just like all these expectations of where you should be in life versus like where you are, and you're like,
That's true. I feel like it's a very, like a good developmental, like 20, like decade.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of like there's a lot of things happening.
Like,
there's a lot of big things
like
happening.
you're just turning into adult. Like you're
yeah
thinking about a family or something.
yeah like people
not me
start.
though. I mean,
I mean, obviously, it's just like typically there's outliers to everything, but typically it's like, okay, now you're like trying to find a career. Now you're graduating from college. Now you're finding a career. Now you're trying to get married. Now you're trying to start a family potentially. You want to buy a house. Like all these things. I'm like, how do you fit that all into like such a short amount of time? And then I'm like, I just get scared because I'm like, am I where I want to be? Like, how do I get to where I want to be? I don't even know where I want to be.
same.
Ugh.
Like,
and
same.
it's just so terrifying.
Yeah. I think about that too, like, especially with kids, it's like we don't have all of our lives to like, I mean, like, you can adopt and there's like ways, but it's like if just biologically.
But yeah, there is a clock.
Can't,
the biological clock.
And that, like, I'm only 22, almost 23, and that scares me still.
Yeah.
Just because everyone talks about it, and I'm like, I do want kids, but it's like, I just want it to, like, come naturally, like, with the person I'm gonna have kids with, and then the kids, and, but
I think it's
I'm
also,
like, oh my God,
personally,
I have so much time now that I, like, really think about it.
There is time. I still feel fine, like, on the kids front. I'm like, okay, we're good there.
Yeah, no, I don't want
But it is weird.
Soon, but I'm like, I'm only 8 years away from 30.
No, exactly. That's what it means. Like, if I want to have at least, like, one kid before I'm 30, that's, like, within the next 6 years. Like, that, which is actually,
and where were you
hurts my brain to think.
You were 18.
Yeah, exactly.
6
it
years
hurts
ago.
my head to think about
and that was, like, yesterday.
I know. Yeah,
so,
exactly. And I don't know. I guess now I feel a little bit less, like, close to my high school, college years than I did even last year. I feel so far removed from high school now. Like, that feels so far away, which is good. I want it to feel far away. Very far away.
Yeah.
Just kidding. High school is fine. But yeah, I still don't feel like I'm close to, like, the next phase of my life. Or, like, the big phases. But yeah, also we're surrounded by people who had kids young. So that I think, like, we have that, like, in our head of, like, oh, it's like, it's soon. It should be starting soon.
Yeah, I agree. And we have, like, a sister who is 6-7 years older than us. So it's not like I feel like I need to get them out soon, but it's just because she's older and she already has kids that it's like, oh my God. It, like, for some reason I'm perceiving it as like, oh my God, I gotta get on that.
Yeah. And well, our mom had all 3 of us by the time she was 28.
Yeah.
So, like, and, like, I see her as a mom and I'm like, it would be so fun to be a young mom. It's fun to have a young mom.
She's only 50 and she has, her youngest is almost 23.
Yeah. And it's, like, fun to have a young mom. And, like, to be, like,
it is.
And you also feel like, oh, I have, like, so much more time with your parent. Just, like, life and death. Like, that sort of thing.
And
but
are you so excited to
like,
age with your mom?
Yeah.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Our mom.
Yeah, so I like having a young mom. So it's like, oh, I do want to be a semi-young mom too. Not
I
uber young,
know.
but you know.
No, not like any. Like, not like Acacia Brindley.
Not like side-eye young mom. Like, whoa.
Yeah, like.
Already? Like,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, anyway, so 24, that really turned into a long tangent about aging and how scary it is to be in your 20s. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
So, two girls in their 20s. This might be a conversation a lot.
Yeah. It's getting towards the end of the year. I'm actually excited for 2024 because I like even years.
Yeah, I get that. I know there's like a lot of people who like really care about even numbers.
Me.
I know. I'm not saying you're not like super extreme about it.
No, it's just like my lucky number's 2. It's an even number. Like, it feels right.
Is everyone's lucky number the date that they were born? Is that everybody?
Not everyone, but I feel like most. Like,
I mean, yeah, like mine is 8. December 8th.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
Well, it's just like, why would I pick any other number?
I know. What's...
Like, that's special to me.
What's the appeal?
Right. Unless you, like, see that number a lot or something.
Yeah.
Like, Dad's is not.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, I think the other thing is, like, sports numbers. And maybe if you get assigned a sport number when you're young, a kid, and then that just sticks with you.
That's like me with my, like, elementary school passwords.
Yeah.
It's like
oh my god, one of my passwords is still... literally a wonder. What is it called? Oh my god, why am I blanking?
A what? A wonder?
What were the stuff? Webkins.
Oh.
Why was I blanking? It's my old Webkins like randomized password they gave me when I forgot my password once.
Oh my god.
And they gave me a random password, and my password is still that.
No, mine's
or
definitely
variations of that.
Mine's definitely from elementary school, and I remember like using it in in like library or like Gen Yes.
Yeah.
And we did Gen Yes, which is like the tech
with your
club
with
that
our
we
like
were in
elementary school email accounts,
whatever it was,
that are gone now.
L Cook something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, like an odd year just does not feel right, and I mean, like, I had a good year, but, like, like, some things happened. Maybe that wouldn't happen in an even year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's the year's fault. It's because it's an odd year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I gotta blame someone.
Yeah.
Something.
Whatever, helps you sleep at night.
Yes.
And you can have some hope for the new year, which is great. Also, we need to do
and then at the end of 2024, I'm like, I love odd years. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, you're like, well, this year actually made me hate even numbers.
I'm like, actually, I've had a change.
No, I think it's a good thing if you're like expecting good things, because that is just manifesting.
Like,
that's
I remember before, and I remember even before 2022, I was like, I'm so excited. It's lots of 2s, and my lucky number's 2.
Was it a good year?
Yeah, like I think it was. It was.
Oh my gosh, I have such
but 2023, I didn't feel any weight towards it, and bad things happened. I broke a bone.
Yeah, you did.
And lost a car.
You had a bad year. You had a bad year. That is
at least a bad start.
Like an exceptionally, like things you can really recall. Like you don't have to think about it. Like, oh, what happened this year?
Yeah, no.
That I feel like sometimes I'm boring and I'm like, what even happened? Like, what did I do? I just literally existed for a year. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Well, see,
try.
If there's nothing like memorable.
Yeah, that's right.
There's nothing you can remember that was bad or good?
No, there were like good things. Yeah.
Okay. Name one. Name 3 things. Just kidding.
I mean, I was in California a lot, so I did a lot of fun things there. Went to Universal. I went to Disney.
We went to
went
to Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, Taylor Swift. I feel like the beginning of the year is more exciting, and that's just harder to remember now. But I went to Disney. That was really fun this year. I can't remember if I did Universal this year or last year. I can't remember when it was. But Disney, went to Huntington Library again.
Yeah.
Which is always like a really good time. And also one of my worst moments also happened at Huntington Library when we didn't see the, what's it called? what was it called? Like the corpse flower or something.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to explain that.
It's like, frick. It's something along those lines.
Frick.
Of like corpse flower or something. And apparently it only blooms once every 7 years. And me and my boyfriend were at Huntington Library, which is like a huge like botanical garden museum, just like everything rolled into one. Um, and it's like my favorite place ever. And anyway, they have like a greenhouse type of place there, and there was a big line in it, and we were like done with our day, and we're like, I was like, I've already been there a couple times, so I'm like, I don't need to go in
Yeah,
it.
like
There's a
the
line. Why is
greenhouse.
there a line? I'm
Yeah.
like, it was a Saturday, so I was like, maybe it's just busy today for some reason, and so we didn't go. And then later found out that it was this flower bloomed overnight. It bloomed overnight, and it blooms once every 7 years. And I was like actually really upset.
Yeah.
I was so mad because I'm like,
Well,
I love
sad.
stuff like that, like you once in your lifetime. Like, what did I know this flower existed before this? No, but like still. And then I remembered hearing people, because when we were leaving, people were like talking about it, and I remember this lady having a conversation, and
But you
like,
didn't realize
I didn't know what she
what
was
it
talking
was
about. Yeah, I didn't
after.
until after. I didn't know what she was
Yeah.
talking about, but that was really upsetting. Anyway,
Yeah, that is upsetting.
best and worst.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and I love like an end of the year wrap up. And Spotify did their Spotify Wrapped.
Yes, Spotify Wrapped came out.
Okay, we can't laugh every time we do a transition.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, because it's funny.
That's the running joke of the podcast.
It is, and that was good.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It is an end of year thing. Okay, Spotify Wrapped came out. If you're an Apple user, click off.
Apple Music does have it, and it came out like a couple days before.
Oh, okay.
Because I think
well, they still do it. Yeah,
But Spotify Wrapped is iconic.
Yeah, it is.
And I live for Spotify Wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
But my only excuse me, I had to burp. My only qualm with Spotify Wrapped is that it is not go the full year.
Yeah.
And I would be totally fine with it coming out like a couple weeks into January. Yeah. If it did my entire year. Because it literally just does not count, I don't think.
For like
December.
2 months or something.
Yeah.
Or like November
whatever.
and December, I think.
Don't
like, really count.
That's true. Yeah. And I'm like, I would be totally fine if it came out like at the beginning of 2020 or like the next year.
Mm-hmm.
But I still love it, and
yeah,
you know.
Do you want to give some highlights of your Spotify Wrapped?
Yes. Let me open my notes.
Okay, mine is just on my phone, so I don't have notes, but I have screenshots.
Yeah, so our top artist.
Okay, this is obvious. Take a guess.
Okay, I'll
guess
give you
down below in the comments.
Take 5 seconds right now. We'll wait. You can go comment below. Guess what both of our top artists is.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do it?
If you guess,
and while you're there, subscribe.
And if you guessed Taylor Swift, you would be correct. And you win a shout out in next podcast. And if you didn't comment, and I'll know if you didn't comment.
And actually, it tells me exactly
when
what minute you commented and where you were in
the video. So if you commented after I revealed it, you're not getting a shout out.
Yeah,
and I have my ways.
A cheater.
I have my ways.
You're a cheater.
Don't be a cheater. Okay.
Anyways,
yeah, Taylor Swift top. Yeah. All of mine, I will say, are all women.
Okay.
And that's
I'm maybe ashamed that mine has a man in it. And it's not a very good man either. But he does make good music.
Okay, who is it?
The 1975.
Yeah.
And they're my number 2.
Oh, wow. I mean, I do obviously listen to 1975. I think they've been in my Wrapped probably the past, like, multiple years, but not this year.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, they got booted.
Yeah.
For my girls, for my gals.
Yeah, for your girls. I'll just go through my top 5. Taylor Swift, the 1975. This is in order.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift, the 1975. Boy Genius.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia Rodrigo. And Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay. Ours are pretty similar with a couple different. As you will all find out. Okay. 1 is Taylor. 2 is Mitski. 3 is Lizzie McAlpine. 4, Boy Genius. And 5, Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, okay, yeah, so majority of ours are the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that makes sense because it's like you have Mitski. I feel like I listen to Sabrina Carpenter more.
Uh-huh.
And then
I mean, Lizzie McAlpine, yeah. I was
like and then
hers was
the 1975 and Lizzie McAlpine, like we both listened to, like, but it's just.
I bet 1975 is really close, like pretty close to my top 5. A lot of their songs are in my top, like 100 songs.
Spoiler alert, like one of Lizzie McAlpine's song was on my top 5. So if that tells you anything,
yeah, that does. That tells me things.
Good, good.
Yeah, no. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Lizzie's album. 5 Seconds Flat. It was weird just saying Lizzie.
You
were thinking that when I said it, huh?
I couldn't focus on anything.
But also, her name is kind of hard to say the whole
thing. Other than the fact that you just said Lizzie, like you knew her.
Yeah, but we say Taylor. Like we just say Taylor a lot, right? Like I feel like
but we know her like that.
You don't?
No, Lizzie McAlpine is a mouthful.
It is, and yeah, it's. So, Lizzie.
And her real name is Elizabeth.
Elizabeth McAlpine.
Like, that's
I want to know the middle.
That's a name.
Yeah, I listened to her a lot in the beginning of the year. But I still, and then I kind of revisited this past month.
That
I was like, wait,
so good.
It's coming back for me. Like, I not rediscovered. It's always been in rotation.
No, yeah, but it's like
I like focused on
coming
it again,
back to it.
Like this past month. And it's just so good. I love 5 Seconds Flat. It's just such a good album.
It's so good.
Why is it so good? I want
so
good.
A new album. I showed Dad a couple of songs and he loved them.
Yeah.
So I said, you should talk
production,
to Abby about it too.
Lyrics, vocals. Like I just love. I love that album.
Yeah.
So much.
I love her too.
And I'm not like necessarily a huge album person. Like I've tried to be.
Now.
I'm better now. I used to really not be.
No, me neither. I used to like make playlists. I never make a playlist anymore. Ever.
Me neither.
No, I listen to albums or I listen to my like songs.
Same. Yeah.
Or like a artist.
Every once in a while, I'll be like, maybe I should make like a master playlist of like where it just has like everything that I'm currently liking. Because my liked songs has things from like high school.
Same.
Where I'm like, skip. I don't like this song anymore. It's not my thing anymore. But
well, now Spotify Wrapped gave us a playlist, which is my perfect playlist. My top 100
Is that the
songs.
top? Yeah, okay.
I'm like, thank you for giving me a playlist.
They make so many playlists for you at the end of, at the end of the year. Yeah. It's crazy, actually.
So,
including the top 100.
I've been listening to that recently. If we're talking about, we can do our listening segment in here. I've been just listening to my top 100.
This will be our listening part of
I've been just listening to my top 100 songs, and I'm like, yes, all these are so good.
I know, yeah.
And
same, I'm like, yeah, it just makes sense. Like, of course I'm listening to this.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
But yeah, Taylor was my top artist. I listened to her for 8,800 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you have that.
I don't think I have that one, but I do remember it was in this like 6,000. Okay, so 6K.
Yeah, so I really
somewhere in there.
I listened to her,
but yeah, I didn't listen to like in as many minutes as you did.
Total. What was your total?
Mine was almost 18,000.
Oh, okay. Mine was almost 30,000.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying, like, oh my gosh, podcast got me this year, because
true.
When I think sometimes I get really into, like, when I'm working specifically, because I'm, like, working on my laptop so I can have something playing, and I feel like sometimes I'm just, like, I'm in the music mood, like, throw on songs, and sometimes I, like, really want to, like, watch a podcast or, like, a YouTube video.
Same.
And lately, it's really been podcasts.
Mostly when I'm at home, I just want to watch a video, but when I'm driving is like my time to listen to music.
Yeah.
And most of the year I lived further away from work, so I was listening to more music.
True.
And now that I live closer to work, it cut down that time in like half. And I'm like, oh, I can't listen to as many songs on my drive to work.
Like a quarter.
Yes.
Like
it went from like
closer.
25 minutes to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and now I can't, like, that's like my time to listen to music, but Now I do kind of listen to it more after I moved, like just in my headphones, like when I'm getting ready. But again, like when I'm at home, I just want to like watch YouTube videos.
Spotify Wrapped is so smart because it makes me like want to listen to more music. I'm like, need to do better next year.
I always say that, and then I just revert back to my old ways.
I know. Or like, oh, I should listen to my podcasts on Spotify so that I can
get the podcast
get the stats because I'm like, I need
a visual though.
I know. I love a visual.
Me too. Like
that is my downfall.
Like Brittany Broski's podcast, I've like watched all of her episodes that she's posted, but all on YouTube because first of all, she's entertaining to watch.
And she puts up pictures.
And she puts up pictures. And I'm like, to me, it's like I'm just watching one of her YouTube videos. Yeah. It's not like really a podcast to me, but it is. But that would probably be my number one, I guess.
Yeah, that probably would be my number one.
I wish they did a YouTube Wrapped. Because cool. I would love to see like what YouTubers I watch the most because I go through like phases where I find like a YouTuber I watch all their videos. Like I did that with Uncarly. I think it was this year that I found her. Mm-hmm. Or it could have been last year. I don't know. But like I watch every single one of her videos and I will watch anything she posts. Like I have those specific
I definitely YouTubers. Even with YouTube I'm more in like the podcast, like watching podcast videos than even watching normal YouTube videos.
But I'm like, instead of YouTube Rewind, can you do a YouTube Rewind for every single person?
I think they could do that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be smart.
I mean, they track history anyway.
If they did that, I'd stay on YouTube more than I would be going to Spotify. It's like, it's a good tool. It's like,
it's an incentive
to use the app. Mm-hmm. So, okay, hire me.
Yeah. I will say, a good thing that YouTube did this year was make it so you could leave the YouTube app.
Yeah.
That was a really great thing they did.
I held out on that YouTube Premium long enough to get that update.
Oh, yeah, that was so good.
I don't even remember the times. I blocked out the times
before
it would pause.
Yeah, there's after.
Yeah, time is broken up, and it's not by the pandemic. No. It's before YouTube.
Like, what do you call that? Picture in a picture, or what do they call it?
Like exit screen.
Yeah, screen stay on when exit,
and then there's after screen stay on with exit.
Yeah, that was a really good thing. So I do love that they did that.
Okay, thank you. 2023.
Yeah. Okay.
We got something.
Okay, let's talk about our songs.
Okay, songs.
You say yours.
Should we just like alternate or go?
No, just do all yours.
Okay, go. Whoa, where is it? Oh my gosh. Sorry. Okay, I'm there. Okay, number one is Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius, which when that song came out, oh my gosh, I know. Yeah. I do understand because I played that song a lot. It was like 62 times was how much I did it. 2 was Hits Different, which makes so much sense because listeners know that I love that song and we've talked about it before, by Taylor Swift. 3 is Firearm, Lizzie, my girl. Lizzie. We love Firearm. 4 is Emily, I'm Sorry, Boy Genius, which we've talked about also on the podcast.
True.
And then 5 is Washing Machine Heart by Mitski.
I feel like all of those make sense for you.
They do. Yeah. They do make sense. There was no sneaky ones in there. I'm like, those are right.
Surprisingly, in my top 5 songs is no Taylor Swift, but my number 6 song was a Taylor Swift song. So it didn't quite make it. It was The Great War. Shout out to her. Honorable mention, The Great War by Taylor Swift.
And I love that song.
Okay, my number 1 was Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. I played it, I think it was like 46 times I played it.
Yeah.
And at first I always, even in 2021 was her first album, my top 5 songs were all Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so now that I'm like seeing it, I'm like, oh, that totally makes sense. And it was her first single after like so long.
Drought.
Yeah, and I was like,
The Drought, which is just like a normal break between albums.
Yeah. But she only had like 10 songs.
True.
And so I was like, and her first album, so I was like, I need more. 2 is Doomsday by Lizzie.
Yeah.
Lizzie McAlpine.
Shout out Lizzie.
And then number 3 is Bad Idea, Right? Which second single
that came out.
of her album. And then 4 is $20 by Boy Genius.
Wow.
Yeah. I that one, like, I listened to Boy Genius more in the beginning of the year, like when their album came out and when we went to their concert. But I don't think I would have guessed that that was my number one.
Like,
one from them.
So like, yeah, because now we have like 3 out of the 4 songs that initially released on both of our top 5s. And True Blue is not in there, which it's like wild to me.
And like I think their whole album is on my top 100.
Same.
But I was just surprised that that one was the first one. But I don't know.
Is that your favorite of the 4? Let's just of those 4.
Probably not my favorite. I would say Not Strong Enough.
Yeah.
It would be my favorite. Always an angel of God.
On his shoulder.
Let's go. How did it do that?
Yeah, that song is really good. Go listen to that song,
okay,
guys.
We have to listen to that in car on the way to Chili's, okay?
You know what makes me sad?
Can we listen to that on the way?
Yeah, we can listen to that on the way to Chili's. But what makes me sad is because I was like posting songs on my story after Spotify Wrapped on my Instagram story. Like,
and no one said anything?
No, not that no one says anything. Oh, okay. I don't care about that. But I'm like, no one's listening to it.
What do you mean?
Like when someone posts a song on their story, I'm just like, skip.
No, but
like,
I liked watching it because I know all the songs.
Yeah, you know them, but I'm like, is anyone else even caring? Like, they're probably just like, click, click. But to be fair, I was putting a little sentence with the stuff. So I could like add stuff.
Yeah, that's different than just like
putting no context posting. Well, I do
that sometimes.
Yeah, I've done that before, obviously. I don't think there's anything wrong with someone posting a song. I just am like, wait, do people actually go and listen to these? No. Because I'm not.
I'm not.
Exactly.
But I think I more so post songs on my story to, like, appeal to the people that also like that song, and they're like, yes. Yeah, like listening to that song, like you're listening to that or whatever you like that song. Like I like to find the people that also like it. Like I don't necessarily do it so like people will listen to it because I posted it.
Yeah, because I think that's like where I need to like sometimes check myself with like social media of like sorry, why are you laughing? Because now we're
No, I don't. I'm laughing because that was just funny. Like, let me check myself.
No, my thoughts about like my brain patterns, like when it comes to social media, because it's like the being perceived, and I'm like, people don't care that I'm posting this shit.
People but then I'm like, you to post.
But then I'm like, I can post whatever I want. It's literally my account. It's my profile. I do post sometimes. I go in like phases. I have like phases where I'm like, oh, I'm in my posting phase, and then I'm like, I have nothing to say phase.
Yeah. No, like I never think phase. I wish this person would stop posting.
No, yeah. I'm
always like, I want my friends to post. I want to see what they're up to because I post a lot.
I don't think anyone would think that realistically. I'm just like, I get in this thing where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm cringy, or like, people think a certain way about this.
That's not true.
That is what I'm saying. I know. That's why I need to like double check my like.
Yeah, myself. You have free will.
Because I'm like, but then I just tell myself like, it's my profile. Like, if I want to post like 15 songs on my story today because Spotify Wrapped came out. Yeah. Then I'm gonna do it.
I post a lot. You
can watch it or not. I don't care.
I post a lot on my Finsta, so it's a little less scary posting on there because it's just like my friends.
Yeah, that was on my Finsta.
I know.
I'm deeply troubled.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
but I post a lot on my Finsta, and sometimes I'm like,
I can't post on my main.
I'm like, am I oversharing?
I can't post on my main anymore. I'm scared of it.
I've been doing it recently, Abby.
I'm scared of it. Like, it's too many people. Like, that can...
Yeah,
too many people that will see my post. Too many people
I'm different because I made a new Instagram after, like, in probably 2020, 2021. So...
2020, 2021. Sorry, that was just a lot. I thought you stuttered for a second, and then I realized...
I don't know why I had to say the whole thing.
2020 or 2021.
I could have just said 2020 or 21. Did I say that?
A couple years ago
after high school, though.
Yeah.
I made a new Instagram, so I don't have, like, all these people that, like, I know, but, like, we're not, like, we've barely spoken before, but, like, you follow each other, and I'm like, to me, I'm just like, I don't care that much for them to see it or for me to see their post. Like, whatever. But it does make me feel better because now I'm like, it's all people that I, like, wouldn't care, like, if I posted something and they saw it.
Yeah. Well, I have started removing followers.
Oh, nice.
So I've removed, like, not super recently, but in the past, like, few months, I've removed, like 400, at least 400 followers.
Oh my god. I don't think I've ever had more than 400.
Not all at once.
I don't know what my first Instagram was.
It's definitely in phases that I did that, not all in one sitting. But I've removed.
No, I know. I'm just like, have I ever had over 400 followers? Maybe like in high school.
Probably. I mean, there was like.
But I think I only have like 100 followers right now.
Yeah.
100 something.
I just like, I'm like, that's too many eyeballs. I like my Finsta better because I'm like, it's my close friends. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just more fun.
It is more fun. I love posting on my Finsta.
But I do still want to keep up with my main because I'm like, at least post every once in a while. So, like, people know what I'm up to. Like, my family. Mm-hmm. Like, because my family, like, besides you, like extended family especially.
Yeah.
Like, that sort of thing. But
and people that, like, again, you just are not, like, your close friends. Finsta level.
Yeah, not the
still friends,
level.
You know? Mm-hmm. So, my number 5, I didn't get to there yet.
I don't even know how we got to where we got. Sorry, I hijacked, the rest.
The last one was $20 by Boy Genius. Number 5 is Feather by Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, yeah.
And Sabrina Carpenter's, I think, Olivia Rodrigo, Boy Genius, and Sabrina Carpenter, like, most of their newest albums were on my Spotify Wrapped. Mm-hmm. And because, oh my god, I love Sabrina Carpenter. I love her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I've listened to the whole Feather song. But it's been...
Really?
I've never...
My face, really.
I never really, like, listened to her whole album. Maybe, like, once. I don't know.
Love it.
I never got into it. Nothing against her. I like Sabrina Carpenter.
Remember when it first came out and we both listened to it and we talked about it and we were like...
Yeah, that's what I think I like listened to it like once.
Yeah, and I remember I was like, I like Bad for Business.
Yeah, I do remember texting, but I don't think I like really like sat down and was like super like thorough with it.
I will say I love Sabrina Carpenter and her emails I can't send, and then her deluxe, which is emails I can't forward. Mm-hmm. But that song Skin,
I don't know.
It's still not good. It was the song that it's not on her album.
Memed?
Yeah, it's on her album. It's like the one that she did after like the whole thing happened.
Wait,
with
what
Olivia.
Is this song?
It's like you can't get under my skin or something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
When he's all over my skin or something.
Oh,
it was like in response to like her album or something, and I was like, that's not a good song.
Yeah, you know.
Sorry, but I love you, girly. Like, I love you so much now.
Yeah.
And I think she's a great opener for Taylor.
I see that same, like, that one, like, part of the song.
I slam the door.
Yeah.
I hit ignore. Yeah, it's good. And I saw... Yeah,
so I see that.
I saw all of my top artists live this year, except for Olivia Rodrigo. We're seeing her in February, though. Mm-hmm. So that's exciting. I got to see all my faves. All my faves.
That is a cool little fact. Definitely not. I mean, yeah. Mitski and Lizzie.
Yeah.
Mitski isn't, like, as, like, hitting every city like that.
No, yeah. That's kind of like how Lizzie is, too, I feel like. Yeah. It's like, whenever they do a tour, and it's not, like, a big tour, they always don't do Arizona.
Yeah, like, I think one time... I was talking about, like, I think they were, like, gonna go, Mitski was gonna go to Kansas City or something, and I was like, should I make a trip?
Yeah.
Should I make a trip?
Doesn't she have, a new song or a new album coming out?
She did have a new album, but I haven't listened to it in detail. But that's the one with the TikTok song that got popular. 'Cause my love is
that's from her newest album?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was from that other one. Yeah, I know that, but for some reason I thought that was already out.
Like, I think before her album. The latest album.
So maybe she'll go on tour.
I'm searching it up because I'm curious.
So maybe she'll go on tour.
Yeah, with
this album.
But hers is like I need to like really listen through her discography more. I do know like a ton of songs, but it's very scattered of like throughout her albums because she has like quite a few albums. So yeah, my love.
I remember like the first thing that I saw of Mitski was her Tiny Desk concert where she screams into the guitar.
Oh, really?
Have you seen that?
I've seen clips of it.
I think it was because it was like she was screaming into the guitar like in the thumbnail or something. I was like, good clickbait.
Yeah. She's such like a character. Like she's so interesting as a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just love her music. It's so good.
I also want to give other honorable mentions.
Okay, like what?
Like I'm thinking of other artists that like didn't quite make it but I still love. Like I got into Ethel Cain kind of at the end of the year.
Yeah, you had her in your mind when you were about to say when you said that sentence.
I did, and I wanted to talk about her because you were like,
because she's been your recent obsession.
Yeah, well, because you said character, and then it made me think of her because Ethel Cain is a fake person.
Yeah,
it's a made up person, but I love Preacher's Daughter. I love that album, and I actually discovered it because H.G. Hayes did a reaction video, and I actually watched his reaction video before I even listened to the album. It made me want to listen. But it was cool because, like, people were talking about, like, in the comments, and then I went down Reddit rabbit hole, and so I learned all about it. But there's, like, deep, deep lore.
Yeah, so I wish okay. In the beginning of the year, I tried listening to the album. I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if we talked about this.
When you were trying to listen to one new album a month?
Yeah, like I was trying to like get in my like really listen through albums.
Yeah.
Which is like how I got into like Lizzie's.
She's my other honorable mention that didn't make it into my.
Yeah.
But I already talked about that.
So I tried to listen to Ethel Cain's and I could not get into it.
I
like a couple of the songs, but I just like couldn't get into it. I don't know. Nothing against her, though.
I don't know. I think just watching someone else react to it and knowing every detail about it, because it's like all made up. It's like a whole made up story. It's all made up people.
That's like probably why.
There's a ton of different characters
when I was first listening to it.
And I watched the reaction video, and then I was like, okay, let me go listen to it on my own. And then I sat there and read the lyrics as I was listening to it. I think that helps. But yeah, it's like. Is so good.
Yeah. So I just didn't know there was this, like that whole thing when I first started listening to it. I thought it was just a normal album. So I didn't know. So I definitely think that changed it for sure.
Oh, you know what also made me want to listen to it was because I started seeing TikToks of American Teenager, the song, where people were doing like I don't know how to explain
That's the first song I heard.
Media clips, like of just like a bunch of different media. I don't know how to describe it. So I don't want to describe
collage of...
And they were using that song, and I was like, what is that song? It's so good.
Yeah, that one, I mean, that one's really good. I like
and that one, I think, was my number 7. I think it was, like, top 10.
That one's in my 100.
Oh, really?
I don't... Yeah, it is. I don't know. It's right between We're in Love and Dear Reader.
I feel like I talk about Ethel Cain a lot on these podcast episodes.
I don't know about on the podcast. To me, probably.
I think it's like,
just like
the listening segment,
but yeah, it's always.
I'm like, and we're back to it.
Yeah, like I have my core people that I listen to, and like I've just really.
You know what? Who didn't? Another honorable mention, Harry. Like
he was on here on my top 100.
I had some Harry's House on mine, like Grape Juice, Daylight.
Same. I had like
I think some others, but
Daylight.
Those are the only 2 I remember.
Talking. I did have him scattered,
but I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I miss you. Yeah, he's been my number 2 forever.
True. And same with really wasn't on yours.
And
at
same
all.
with Phoebe.
That's crazy.
Okay, guys. So my phone died, and it was recording. Yeah. So we're just gonna move on to.
Yeah, but that's our Spotify Wrapped. So sorry for the jump cut. Yeah, maybe our editor can make it smooth, a smooth transition.
Oh my god. Sorry, my lower back is really hurting right now.
Oh, do you need a heating pad?
No, let me just sit like this. It hurts. Okay, guys, we're gonna do what we're reading to.
Reading to. Reading to who?
Currently, I'm reading to my mom. I'm just kidding.
And watching. if you're
Yes,
watching.
reading and watching. Ugh.
What?
I don't watch anything.
Oh, well, I started watching something. Oh, your back hurts.
Sorry, guys. Okay, what are you reading?
Okay. Oh, wait. Reading first? Okay, wait. Get it? Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, you don't have to get it.
Get it?
Your poor back.
I'm so
I don't know, I
frail.
like to-
I'm so fragile.
You need to go sit on a beach. And
On a beach. On a beach?
no, a beach. You need to go away to a beach house and have
I'm
a
so
long
thin and fragile.
vacation and sit on the sand with a blanket in the
Yeah.
wind and the salt breeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back like in the old days.
I think I just need
Bring
to
those days
lay
back.
flat on the floor.
Okay, I'm reading Four Winds. This is for the visuals.
I'm having issues.
Oh no, it really just started hurting.
Okay,
What happened?
just continue talking.
Okay, I'm really reading The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. Okay, Kristen Hanna is one of our favorites. Is it like a Charlie horse in your back? Is that what it feels like?
Or something. No,
Okay. Oh, they can't hear you. They can only hear me laughing at you. Here, take the mic. We need it.
Okay. It's okay. We don't need a visual.
Okay, hold on. Yes, we do. Okay. Teddy, named Caroline, which is interesting, is gonna sit in your place.
Okay.
Okay. I'm reading The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna, Lauren. This is
I think I bought that from Goodwill.
Yeah, I got it from the library. Honestly, I was just like looked in the Kristen Hanna section and I was like, oh, this one looks interesting.
Yeah. How far into it are
Because
you?
we love Kristen Hanna, by the way.
Yeah, we do. I've only read 2 of her books, but they're like some of my favorite books I've ever read.
Yeah, I'm like a little over halfway.
Okay, and thoughts?
It's really good so far. It's historical fiction, and it's based and it's based like in the Great Depression, so like 1930s, and it follows like this woman, and I don't know. I don't want to get too far into it because I'll get too detailed.
All right, everyone, look up.
Okay, but they live in Texas. Her and her kids and her husband like leaves them, and they live in Texas, which is like was one of the worst places to be, just like with like the friggin' like Dust Bowl and stuff. I don't know why I keep saying frick. I don't even say that in real life. I'm like
friggin' Dust Bowl.
PG. And anyway, and then her and her kids like migrate to California, and like it's about like just that whole thing, and it's really good.
Yeah, I'll read it because I have it.
It's really good, and I love how she writes. Like she really writes about women and characters, and I like her focus on them.
She's a great writer.
And
she actually
has
has
her
a book
plots and her stories.
She has a book coming out in the new year. I think it's called The Women.
It's so funny because apparently she's like a very like middle-aged woman, like that's her audience.
Middle-aged
like
white
moms.
woman.
Yeah, like moms. Like that's her audience, but I'm like, no, I understand. Like I understand like why they would like it, and I also like it.
Me too.
It's just like
wait, I feel like I'm kind no, I don't know. Maybe I feel like I'm kind of reading a middle-aged woman. No, maybe not. Maybe it's just because it's like
what are you reading?
Reese Witherspoon's like.
Do you have it with you? Do you want me to show it to the viewers? Okay.
Guys, this is my book. I'm reading Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste. How do you say the last name? NG? Or is it like an actual word?
It's spelled NG, but yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce it.
So I'm reading that right now. I'm like probably like 40-ish% through, and I'm liking it so far. I'm curious to see where it's going to go.
Yeah.
I think
I mentioned this one on the podcast.
Oh, really?
Because I was like, had just read it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm liking it so far. I've just been reading a lot of fantasy books recently, and so I need a little break in between, so I feel like this is good. Nice little short book to read. Good plot.
For sure.
But that's what I'm reading.
Nice. And then I am watching something. I just started Succession.
Really?
which I know some listeners, some viewers will be happy to hear.
Ooh.
Because I feel like I keep being like told what like, oh, have you seen, or people keep asking like, have you seen it? And I'm like, no, I haven't. And oh, you should. And so I started. It is good. It is good. And I
That's
know,
like every show
but it's
ever.
gonna be a slow going. Like it's gonna take me a long time to get through it.
Yeah.
But I still really like it. I just watch like things like that pretty slow.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I am kind of watching Bachelor in Paradise right now with mom and dad.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
And that's pretty good. I'm liking that. We need to finish The Golden Bachelor though, because we're also watching that, but they're like going at the same time, so it's hard to keep up with two shows
I thought
with
The
people
Golden
who
Bachelor was over.
are busy. No, it might be, but we're not caught up. Yeah, so don't tell me who wins, guys.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, last time we know who
I'm
the
not
top
keeping
two
up.
are. We've gotten to the top two. We just have not.
Oh, so it is over. What do you mean?
I don't know who wins. I don't know who wins.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's what
So
I'm
you are
watching.
watching stuff.
Yeah, so there you go.
Mom was like telling me how she likes to have shows that she's not watching with you.
Yes, because I always am like, I'm not in the mood.
Yeah. And she's in the mood and you're not in that. And I get that because you are like that.
Yeah.
You're like always like, I'm not in the mood at the same time as everyone else is in the mood.
Yeah, but I also sometimes want to watch it in the middle of the day and she's not home, so.
Yeah, but like the best time like to watch it is like after dinner, like or during dinner, or like after
no, like
dinner.
I need to get in bed.
No, you're wrong. You're so
and
wrong.
I do. We've watched so much. It's hard to watch two shows at once. Like before we were just watching Below Deck, but now we're watching Golden Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise. And I'm like, that's too much. And I have work sometimes, so that eliminates it. Or I come like hang out with friends.
Yeah.
So like, sorry, I'm just like so busy.
Did you finish the Selling Sunset reunion?
No. No.
I will finish that with Mom when you went to bed. That one. That one.
Oh,
day.
on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Sometimes I just gotta go night night. And that's just how it has to be.
I get it. I think for me, I'm like watching a show is like, nah, I won't get into it.
It's just like this is the only time like I kind of wish I had a boyfriend so we could watch a show together, but it's not like we have to like find the time to watch it. Like you could just watch it in bed. Like sometimes I want to lay in my bed and watch it, but I don't have that luxury when I'm watching it with mom and dad.
But they like watching it in bed. You could just
I don't
want to
get in their bed.
Oh.
I want to be in my bed.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm picky.
Yeah. Well, wait till you. Hopefully you don't. But long distance is even worse.
Yeah, that's
because I can watch it in bed, but we're like, because I'm like on my laptop, but we're like over the phone, and they're like, hold on, can you pause so I can pee?
Yeah, you're like,
I gotta go pee. And
you're like, I'm on minute 18, second 3.
Yeah, we're like 1, 2, 3. Pause. It sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, that is sad. Well, imagine being single.
Hey,
anyway,
there was a time in my life. So,
yeah, true. Okay, well,
that's us.
Yeah,
that's us.
Sorry guys, I'm really
having
having back issues. And I know the listeners can't
wish
see,
me a happy birthday because my birthday's tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully I like won't cry. Fingers crossed.
Only happy tears.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. But yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And listening.
And doing all the things and supporting us.
Yeah.
Because we know it.
We love you guys.
Like this last episode was really in high demand. So
it was. Oh my god, they're begging for it.
We took a little break, but we want to say we are going to be more consistent.
Yeah.
Starting now. So
2024.
Stay tuned.
Rebrand. No, I mean like
yeah,
not
rebrand, but like
revamp.
And we're gonna start now though. So every other Thursday, starting on the 7th.
Yep. Sounds good.
Today.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
Anyway, thank you.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye.